Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Making sure everything sound good, you know what I mean? Making sure everything sound good. I'm probably gonna need a bigger desk after all of this shit. Checking the sounds, checking the sounds. Let me know how you feel. If you can hear me, let me know. If I sound good, go ahead and say so. If I don't, let me know. It's gonna be one of them shows this morning, kids. It's a truthful Thursday, and it's time for me to tell some truth. Thank you, Hunter. Appreciate that. All right, so the YouTube sounds good. All right, let's go with the TikToks. Morning, TikTok. Give me thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know how I sound over there. Good morning, Magpie. It's gonna be a little bit different, Truthful Thursday today, because far too much shit is being said and done that is absolutely pissing me off, because grown people can't handle grown people's shit. So I'm checking to make sure. All right, TikTok. Thumbs up, thumbs down if I sound good. Thumbs up, thumbs down if I sound good. More likes can attract viewers. Keep it up. Okay. It's okay, Hunter. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody just come on in. I got to do one more thing with the coffee. Thumbs up, thumbs down if you can hear me over in the Tiki Talks. No. Nobody joins this morning show. The only co-host I have, the only co-host I probably need is Bricephalus, my cactus. But yeah. All right, so the tubes is good. The TikToks is good. 7:52, I'm going early. It's my radio station. I can get away with it. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, boys and girls. It is Thursday. That means it is Truthful Thursday time. And rather than going in on world events, I'm going to tell some truth of my own. Today's show is going to be personal. Today's show is going to be very raw and emotional. So, before I begin, I got two requests, whether you're watching on TikTok or YouTube. Like the show. I get up every morning, I make a pot of coffee, and I come and try to educate and entertain you. Please like this show. If you're on YouTube, you see the little thing at the bottom, you can hit the likes. You know what I mean? You can hit the likes. There's a lot of them. I mean, you can 100s and whatever. Doesn't really matter. Share this show. Share it with your friends, your loved ones, your coworkers. I try to put on a pretty decent show, so share it to them. Effing Mir comes in with the galaxy already. Thank you. Share it with your friends, your family, your loved ones. If you're over on YouTube, just hit that little arrow that says share at the bottom. Share it with everybody. Hold on. On YouTube, if you are on YouTube and have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Ghost Claw Productions Radio on YouTube. It is where every voice matters. And we are trying to build our presence over there because we put out quality content and things of that nature, because every voice matters. Gift and there is a super chat goal. No, Magpie, I'm tired, and you'll find out here in a second. So there's a super chat goal. If you're on TikToks, throw some coins, roses, whatever. Yeah. So before I start this show, an announcement must be made. As of yesterday evening, DT Bro is no longer a member of the Villains Guild. He left. And he said what he said, and he left. The Villains Guild is aware of the accusations being made about Ben Dodd Arrow. We have spoken to several of the women, and we are going to talk to all of them, but we have been made aware, and we will be dealing with this. The other announcement. There's that. Won't be another announcement. But those two pieces of information lead me into, hey, you can get your love Donald Trump ass up out of here because I'm not in the mood today. I'm telling you right now, I'm not in the mood. Magpie has alluded to it and noticed it, and now I will go ahead and confirm it. I'm a little, if it sounds like I'm drained, I'm not drained. I'm simply disappointed. But that is what I'm going to talk about. So if y'all see a troll, if y'all see a MAGA, if y'all see somebody in here just trying to be a piece of shit, mods, get their ass up out of here because I'm not in the mood. Oh, thank you. I'm not in the mood. I'm telling you right now. So let me try to get up enough, good energy to begin this show. Godzilla -1, inhale. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to the Sound of Coffee on Ghost Claw Productions Radio. GCPR, where every voice matters. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. Keep that in mind because it's going to come back later. There will be a quiz. I am known as the villain. Before I begin this extravaganza, let me go ahead and introduce the hottest co-host of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, Burcephalus, my cactus, my co-host, and my cactus. Burcephalus, the magical cactus. I would tell Burcephalus to take a bow, but the last time I did that yesterday, he spilled all of his guts all over my desk. Burcephalus is in the building. Now we can begin. Let me introduce the hottest studio audience of all time, the Percolators. Literally. No, Magpie, Burcephalus. Go look up Alexander the Great's horse. That's the name. But this show would not be this show without the coffee beans. Give yourself a pat on the back and a round of applause, please. The show is brought to you in part by Glitterwix. Go to glitterwix.com. Check out some of those incredible smelling candles inspired by some of your favorite content creators, myself included. Glitterwix.com. This show is brought to you in part by Smooth California. Skincare products that will make you look and feel your absolute best, and they are chemical free, all natural. All natural. Go to smoothca.online. The show is brought to you in part by Melanated Excellence, a celebration of the melanation. But remember, you do not have to be melanated to be a part of the celebration. melexcellence.com. Finally, this show is brought to you in part by Something Black Made. Go to Something Black Made. Pick yourself up a hoodie, long sleeve hood, big thick shirt, some t-shirts. Check out the jackets. Check out the leather jackets. Remember what we always say, kids, leather jacket 2025. SomethingBlackMade.com. The Sound of Coffee shop is up. It is running. It is hot and is piping hot. Go to the Sound of Coffee, all one word, -shop.fourthwall.com and check them out. Let's begin this goddamn show. There will be sound effects only because there are certain things I cannot say out loud. So I will have to use sound effects. I will have to. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I announced this morning, there is some riff, some level of internal conflict in the Villains Guild. The organization has been around going on 5 years. So naturally, there would be some conflicts, some tete-a-tetes, some whatever. But what I am talking about this morning can be best exemplified in 2 words. Grow up. Grow up. Good morning, Powder Springs, Georgia. Good morning, Powder Springs, Georgia. Grow up. America is literally, good morning, Jessica. America is literally tearing itself apart at the seams. We have incompetency being described and, masked as, good old intelligence. And this is what makes us great. People are hurting. People are ignorant about people hurting. We have so many ores and irons in the fire that sometimes it seems overwhelming. Like the swallowed up sound. Like the swallowed up sound, right? And in the midst of this, you would think that there should be people that are sprouting up to fight what is happening. And that's what I always envisioned the Villains Guild to be. Like a holy writ, a righteous path. That's why I never cared. That's why none of us really never cared what you look like. We didn't care. Oh, wow, you have blue hair. Who gives a shit? Oh, my God, you're non-binary? Yeah, we don't care. Oh, you're a black woman. Good. That is what the guild was envisioned to be. But much like America today, what I see is that even something that started out righteous, something that started out with a singular goal, has now degenerated into personal, petty, bitch-ass shit. So, in keeping in the spirit of Truthful Thursday, that's where the words grow up come from. Let me make this abundantly clear. For anybody that needs to listen, this might cost me followers, and I'm okay with that. I am okay with it. A lot of people seem to think this is just, oh, wow, he just makes TikTok videos. No. I've given my life to this. For 20-something years, I gave my life to the United States military in some form or fashion. It has cost me separation or the closing of the vertebra in my neck. It has cost me my shoulders, my hands. I wear a pair of compression gloves because my hands hurt constantly, every day. I wake up, my hands are hurting. It feels like I have strained them. I have torn the meniscus in both of my knees. I have rolled my ankles several times, both of them. My feet hurt. And mentally, the depression that I have literally forces me not to even leave the goddamn house. I get anxiety when I know I have to go do something. Today, I've got to drive around to my daughter's school to get information from her school. I get nervous. When I go to the store, I get nervous. When I go to Ollie's, I get nervous. The only time I'm not nervous is when I'm like in a comic book shop because I'm surrounded by comics. And while I'm looking, other people are looking away from me. Talk to the people, pay for my stuff, I get out. I did this in service to this nation. Even knowing that my nation, my country, has never really given me shit. Everybody talks about, well, it gave you opportunity. No, bitch, I gave myself opportunity. I gave myself those opportunities. Because when I was growing up, the stat, young black men dying between the ages of 18 and 25 at the hands of other black men, that was a real thing. That was dead ass real. This was back when if one black man across town did it, the description they gave for the suspect fit every black man in that whole city. The joke I make, the suspect's between 4'7" and 7'8", that's a real thing. My mother kept me home from high school because of that shit. She kept me home. Told me, you ain't going to school today. Why? Somebody popped at a cop. Okay, it ain't got nothing to do with me. But the description did. You stay in your black ass home for the next 2 days. So I gave myself the opportunity. Something I wanted to do when I was 7 years old. And then I retired from doing it. I devoted my life to using my voice to encourage, entertain, make you angry, make you think. I used my voice to tell people, I love you. I ain't never met you, but I love you. Why? Because I know somebody needs to hear that. The Guild was never about vanity. The Guild was never about vanity. Let me say that one more again. The Guild was never about vanity. It was never about that. This was never a cult of personality. This was about a holy mission. This was about fighting for those who cannot fight for themselves by being as authentic as humanly possible and telling the truth, even if that makes you look like shit. It was about the big fights and the little fights. It was about the big fights and the little fights. It was about fighting against Trump and fighting against your hermano being deported. It was about fighting against MAGA and fighting for your trans friend to go to a bathroom. The reason it was almost spiritual to me, because I had never been an activist. I didn't know how activists acted. I didn't know. What do you feed an activist? You know what I mean? I didn't even know any of that. But I remember the brokenness that I had the night my mother passed away. I didn't want nobody else to feel like that. Ever. I have no family. No, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Well, nobody really cares. Yeah, we do. When you saw that VG, that meant something. That meant, hey, yo, y'all better quit playing. The villains are here. I even told people in the beginning. Pete Hegseth is looked at as a hero. Donald Trump's looked at as a hero. J.D. Vance is looked at as a hero. Kash Patel is looked at as a hero. Go to Fox News. These people are being lauded and celebrated as the heroes. Who stood in opposition to that? Where was the opposition? The Democrats? Kiss my ass. Get out of here. Get out of here. The hell up out of here. It was supposed to be us. We were supposed to be the villains. Because these people will lie to you, we tell the truth. These people will give you fancy bullshit. No, it's meat and bones over here. Meat and bones. That's all you get. You're getting a daily diet of meat and goddamn bones. We're going to tell you the truth. First person I ever approached with the idea of the guild was a man I consider to be my brother, and we have never been in the same room at the same time. You all know him as Professor Moriarty. I know him as E. He knows me as Thomas. He is more than my friend. He is my brother. His name used to be Outcast, and I said, you ain't an outcast no more. You're my brother. My family is your family. I was the one that encouraged E to show another side of himself. I was the one that told E, why don't you let people know you the way I do? Talk about your loves, your hates. Talk about the pain and the joy. And this man is in England. He's in London, England. We have never been in the same room at the same time, but that is my brother. Same age, same backgrounds. First time we ever met, we butted heads. And that's when I realized this man was something different. He was the first. The guild started between the two of us. And we discussed all of this. What do we want? We want somebody that will say the things in rooms where people don't want to hear that. He or she will say the thing that everybody's thinking, but nobody wants to say because they're afraid. From there, we grew. It was always about the message. It was never about the messengers. Let me tell y'all something. I'm one of the most flawed human beings you will ever meet. I don't try to pretend like I'm better than. I don't. Promise you, I don't. Because I ain't. I'm not. Y'all kiss my ass. I'm not trying to come on TikTok or YouTube or anything like that and pretend. No, I pretended to be normal for 50-something years. Y'all can kiss my ass. I ain't normal no damn more. That normal shit went out the window. Know what I mean? So I wasn't trying to be normal. I wanted y'all to see every scar, every flaw, every F up, whatever. I wanted you to see this. Not because, oh, wow, look at me reveling in my stupidity. No, because I wanted you to see that you ain't got to be all this air blown, blown, pixelated bullshit to be your goddamn self. Auntie Ree with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much, Auntie. I appreciate that. Thank you. So when the beginnings of the guild started, we wasn't looking for the airbrushed. We were looking for the cellulite. Where it at? Where the cellulite at? You got crow's feet? Bring them in. We didn't care. We didn't care. We didn't give a shit. Because at the heart of all of it was still the message. The goddamn message. That's what it was about. The message. Our former member Joker, who was also one of the founding members, who sat there with me and E and came up with the 3 laws. Used to be 3 questions. Can you? Yes. Can you? Yes. Can you? Yes. Welcome to the guild. And we grew. We grew. One of the rules to the guild was there would be no leaders. That's a gift and a curse. The gift of it is everybody sitting at the table is a leader. Everybody at the table is a leader in something. The curse is that nobody can check anybody, not up or down. It was very formless, the guild was, but the mission remained the same. And for 4 years, going on 5, that's exactly what we were trying to do. And then we didn't. People love when we go after MAGA. And then a bunch of people got in their feelings because, well, you're not dealing with this person over here doing this. Yeah, I am. One of the things that people forgot is social media is just that. It's like a house that you go into. You walk in the door, you do what you do in the house, and then you walk the hell up out the bitch. Like, come on. This shit ain't real life. Listen, this shit ain't real life. Sorry. It ain't. No matter what you see on the screen, whether it's on your phone or on your damn computer, it ain't real life, B. It's not. And people forgot that shit. People forgot that shit. I have 1 million followers on TikTok. That's like being the biggest jumbo shrimp. It's not that I don't love the people that follow me. Please understand. I love every one of y'all. But that doesn't make me somebody special. It just means over the course of 4 goddamn years, I built a reputation. And that reputation brought in people. That didn't mean I was supposed to change who the hell I was. And it hasn't. I'm still as neurotic as I was The very moment I open this damn app. Flaws still there, B. Flaws still there. All that mattered to me was the message. I was going to be the messenger. I was expecting people to come after my ass. I was expecting it. I was expecting people to come after my ass. I don't give a damn what you say about me. I don't give a damn what you say about me. Did you get what I was saying? Are you leaving here with something? Because if all you did was come here because, oh my God, Thomas Bishop is sexy, or oh my God, Thomas Bishop is funny, if you didn't get what the hell it was I was trying to say, then what the hell did I do it for in the first place? What was I doing? What was it that I was doing? If all you can remember is the man standing in front of you, the black fingernails, the hoop earrings, the funny voices, you didn't hear what the hell I just said? Then I wasted your time and mine. That is what I believed the members of the Villains Guild were doing. But they weren't. This is where the words grow up come in. If you can't keep your shit off social media, you shouldn't have any shit in the first goddamn place. This shit can be shut off with an EMP. Why is this your goddamn life? You meet somebody from TikTok. Cool. Okay. Not a problem. But once you meet them, discretion is the goddamn key. You don't bring your shit all over TikTok. Oh my God, let me tell you who I'm banging. You don't do that. I don't need to know who is banging out any member of the guild, because I'm not. I don't come on here every morning and go, welcome to the Sound of Coffee. Let me tell you the position I put my wife in last night. No. Shit. Chaos, Taz, and me, we joke. We can see you, the baby, listening to the Sound of Coffee. Okay. It wasn't like I was in the room. I wasn't in the room talking about Chaos. Man, hit her with that stroke. I wasn't there. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, social media can bring people together. And it can break people apart. The problem is when you're part of an organization that has 3 goddamn rules, there's no 4th rule towards your cooch or your penis. Nobody ever asked for this shit. These are grown-ass people getting into bullshit. Oh, he doesn't like it. Shut up. Shut up. Now the message is muddy and clouded. And let me tell you something. There are a lot of people that don't like the guild. Well, ask me why. There's a whole lot of people that don't like the guild. A whole lot of them like to talk shit until they're confronted by one of us. Now, there's a problem. Now, we got a problem. I don't know how many group chats all throughout the world my name comes up. I ain't even in the damn group chat. Thomas Bishop. Yeah, Thomas Bishop. I know it. I know it. But I also know this. You can say what you want to about me, but you can't argue about what I say. Because unlike a whole lot of other people in the guild, and yes, I ain't calling out names, but y'all know who you are. Unlike a lot of people within the guild, the goddamn mission is still the same for me. Still. I didn't forget that. I lived the 3 laws. Not because oh wow, you lived the 3 laws because you made them up. No, bitch, that's how I was before I got here. I've been like this. Authentic. As authentic as I possibly can be. Every day. When I get my black ass up and look in the mirror, it's time to be Thomas. Not Staff Sergeant McCormick, not Martha and Robert's son. It is time to be Thomas. Tell the truth. That shit's gonna make me look bad. I'm still gonna tell it. Oh wow. You'll go down with the ship. Yeah, bitch, I will. Because the truth's the truth. Fighting for those who cannot fight for themselves. Meaning, I don't give a shit who it is. I don't give a shit where it is. If somebody sends me something that says, here's a missing child, I'm not asking, well, what ethnicity? Oh, well, what community? I'm putting it up. Stories that about injustice that happen to all Americans. If I hear about it, guess what? So will you. So will you. Morning, Henry. Morning. That's my job. That is what I live. Far too many people within the organization think this shit is a damn gossip club. Because grown-ass people, we don't have any children in the Villains Guild. We do not have any children in the Villains Guild. Grown-ass adults forgetting what the hell it is we supposed to be doing and acting like damn high school children. But it ain't just the guild. It ain't just the guild. And that is what is pissing me off now. There's far too many goddamn people playing with this bullshit. They're not true to it. They're not in it to fix it. They're in it for glory. And quite frankly, and I'm gonna just be dead ass honest with you, if that's where your ass is at, either get off the street or stand there so I can run your dumb ass over. Not run you over with a car. I'm talking about run you over because I got a mission to do. I got a mission to do. These injustices to the poor are not going to stop simply because you want to have a conversation about, but you didn't text me. Shit ain't working. Sorry. While you over here doing dicky checks or coochie checks, the president of the United States will not fire his Secretary of Defense for a damn leak. While you over here gossiping, they are talking about an unelected man is talking about trimming Medicaid and Medicare and Social Security. He ain't even in the legislative branch. He's just some gadfly with a bunch of money. While you're over here wondering, who's screwing who? Why are they screwing it? Grow up. Grow up. Let me help y'all understand something. Single people are all throughout social media. And there's nothing I can do about it. I ain't even going to try. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm not even going to try. Not even going to try. But here's something else. While everybody is wondering who's screwing who, here's something else a lot of y'all are missing. While you over here wondering who is having sex with who off of TikTok, they are illegally picking up Venezuelan Americans, sending them to El Salvador to be tortured. I want you to think about that for a second. I want you to think about that for just a second. While you over here in the bedrooms of people that ain't you, our government is setting up people to be tortured in another country for mysterious connections to a group or a gang that is flimsy at best. We have an office in a department in the federal government that we pay taxes to that is literally in violation of the separation between church and state. The First goddamn Amendment. But sure, I had a crush on that girl. That guy slept with him. I'm mad. What in the actual French fried, funky fresh, flip-jocking, flapjacking, effing, filth-flooring filth is going the F on? What kind of shit is that? We got big fights, kids. Big fights. Huge, big-ass fights. What are y'all doing? Doing a penis check? If there is an action, if there's assault, if there's something like that, go to the police. Go to the police. Please, I'm begging you, go to the police. Get these people off the goddamn street. Get them off the street. Stop making TikTok videos about them. If there are these horrible menaces, call the goddamn police and get them off the streets. Grown people who should know this. Back when I was growing up, there was no social media. So if we found out somebody was doing some foul shit, oh, well, you know, code of the streets, we ain't calling the police. Nope, but we'll find somebody who will. Hey, here, come here. Take this quarter, go across the street. No, don't even take the quarter, give me a quarter back. Go across the street, dial 911, give them all this information. And then we walking. Now, let me make a TikTok video. We have billions of dollars of waste, fraud, and abuse in the Department of Defense. But Elon Musk is going to cut grandma's Social Security and not touch that shit. And yet, I got to hear about the ongoing penis measuring contest between two grown-ass men because one ain't got no game, one got too much game. I have a 31-year-old son whose penis I don't worry about this goddamn much. I haven't heard that much about my son's dick. Why am I hearing about yours? We have a Secretary of Defense that literally leaked a whole bunch of classified shit on a signal chat. But ooh, I had a one-night stand. I felt away. And I saw this. I've been seeing this. There is a side of social media called messy. Like on TikTok, it's called messy talk. I guess on YouTube it's messy, whatever, right? Where drama and messy bullshit happens. But when messy comes to my front door, I tend to want to go off. I don't tend to just sit there and watch this shit. If you committed a crime, I'll get your bitch ass out my damn self. Argue with your mama, do not argue with me. If I find out some bullshit happening and it's at my front door, guess what, bitch? No TikTok videos, mother. You gonna talk to the feds. You finna holler at the police. I don't make here's a TikTok video. It's really vague, but we're talking about this. Nah. Hey, Playboy. Let the police holler at you. Playboy, hey, where you going? Playboy, come here. I don't do drama talk. I hate that shit. There is literally not going to be a amount of drama that can equal the fact that I don't speak to two of my sisters and I haven't spoken to them in going on 5 goddamn years. There is nothing in your little messy, I just couldn't keep my penis, or I really wanted to what. None of that is going to equal what the hell I got going on in my actual life. The thing that literally keeps me up at night. The shit that makes, I just have crying jags. I'll just be out mowing the lawn or listening to some music or whatever, and I just start bawling. You ain't got nothing that'll equal that. Nothing. And why? Why? Why would somebody get all in their feelings, start a forest fire, and then be too cowardly to admit that they were wrong? Why? Why would somebody be so cowardly as to not admit why this thing is actually happening, but instead try to come out like some righteous white hat wearing? Dude, you a cooch hound. And you want to step your game up because another cooch hound is out here outdoing you. Let me ask you a question, player. Let me ask you a question, Playboy. Is that stopping what Pete Hegseth is doing? Is it? Is that stopping the fact that Donald Trump is out here just doing the shit that he's doing? Your further adventures in trying to get laid off of TikTok. Hey, Playboy, is that fixing what the hell is going on? No, it isn't. And the fact that I got to know about it pisses me off. Because where some of the members of the guild, that's just in particular, but in general, some of the people who spend a large amount of time on social media, you might think that this is an act for me. Oh, well, Thomas only says those things, but he really doesn't really believe them. The hell I don't. The hell I don't. I believe in him so much, I'm sometimes willing to break my own heart to get it done. There is a back and forth conversation between the native indigenous community and the black community. It has been ugly over the past couple of weeks. Everybody voice involved. Here's a big picture I don't think anybody involved in this argument is thinking about. While you over here trying to play oppression Olympics, is what you're doing stopping Donald Trump? Is it? This is the shit I'm talking about, kids. I am the CEO of my own radio station. My partner, who is the president, the head of our news division, we are trying to turn our little radio station into something bigger, into something that encompasses everything that needs to be said about everything that is going on. A focus that we don't have. We're trying that. Every day I get up, I turn that camera on, turn on that radio, turn on this mixing board, turn on this microphone, and I do everything I possibly can to inform, to encourage, and to keep you in the fight. I know a lot of people don't have the focus that I do, and I get that. I don't ask you to. I ask you to stand on your truth. But if you are about being petty while you're standing on your truth, please get out of my face. Please. Because there's going to be some misunderstandings and some goddamn furniture moving if you don't. This is my problem. People are hurting, and folks are still out here playing what we used to call FF games in the Army. Grab ass is what they call it in the Marines. People still out here doing grab ass shit. And none of it is solving the problem. It's like there's on a side where we could be fighting what the hell is going on, there's this disarray, this malaise, like, oh, wow, what do I do? What do I do? Our political leaders on this side of the political aisle ain't doing shit. Where is their grand edict of fight, fight, fight? Nope. They still out here trying to do bipartisanship. They have been reaching across the aisle. Arm is a damn stump. Blood spurting out all over the place. Here they are trying to reach over across the aisle with a bloody hump on their damn arm. There's a hole that people who are really in need are in. There's an opportunity for us to seize that moment. Seize it. Give the people who are hurting right now a fighting goddamn chance. Give them something to get up in the morning and think, I got to fight one more day. I got to fight one more day. That's what I want it to be. Perfect example. Tiger Balm is a member of the Guild. He is part of our conflict resolution team, along with Dave, and we will need a third. But Tiger Balm is also one of the most dedicated human beings I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. Ever. Tiger Balm does not just walk the walk or talk the talk, he walks the walk. That man pulls cars and trucks for charity. That man goes out, not just in his own community, but in communities across America, giving out bags for school bags for kids, little packets, little bundles for homeless people. He's about that life. He's about that life. At no point have I ever said, I wonder who Tiger Bomb is banging. I'm more along the lines of, Tiger, how can we help, bro? How can we help? How can we help? There's a nice lady who I talked to in the DMs. She told me about a homeless shelter in Colorado that is hurting for donations because of the Trump administration and their actions. I told her, give me the name of the organization so I can shout them out. That's what I can do. I was never the activist type. I don't know how to activist. I don't. I will show up at a rally, but I don't know what to say. Like if somebody say, yo, man, Thomas the Villain is here. Give him the mic. Everything that would come out of my mouth would be some shit that I thought right at that moment because I wouldn't even know what to say. But I'd figure it out. Thank you, Vampers. Messy Talk gave us Womblands. The story of a philandering ass dude and the women he slept with. What the hell that got to do with the mission, people? What they got to do with the mission? What part of the game is this? What part of the goddamn game is this? I don't need to know where that man puts his penis at. It ain't my damn business. But the information that man could bring out would be good information. Hey, yo, did you know about this, Thomas? No, I didn't know. Send me the information. Here's my email address. Yo, this thing is going on. Last week, I talked about Emily Pike because somebody that watches this show brought them up. So I talked about Emily Pike. I didn't do that for kudos. I did that because it's disgusting that this crime happened to this beautiful child and nobody's dealing with it. Every day on social media, people like myself who are proud in who we are, proud in what we know, and proud of what we can do, have to continually argue with lowest common denominator white people about the idea of racism. These fights are not petty to me. Because when you start to redefine some shit, it's easy as hell to whitewash that some bitch too. It's the Alex Jones Sandy Hook effect, if you want to call it that. Hey, you know, white people can experience racism too. Next thing you know, in about 50 years, these bullshit ass history books will be teaching about white flight or no, black flight and whatever from the standpoint of white people were slaves. Give it 50 years. Got to argue with that. You got to fight that. But if I got to stop all forward motion on combating that bullshit because two grown-ass men, two grown-ass single men are out here hitting on the same goddamn dating pool of TikTok eligible women, and one is jealous. Why? I'm out here, good morning, Crystal. I'm out here trying to educate people about the idea that white folks cannot experience racism. But please, let me stop what I'm doing because jealous man 1 is jealous of man 2 because they're trying to screw the same goddamn women. Make that shit make sense. Make that shit make sense. Where's the fight? Oh, well, I'm fighting because I liked her first. You liked her first. Yeah. And he slept with her. Are you not a grown man? Yeah. Are you not single? Yeah. Can you not find another woman? Is your game not that strong? Yeah. Then what the hell are you talking about? Got me out here with that bullshit. Sherry Gross, thank you. Thank you. It's not about me. It's about you. That's the part. That is what's killing us, kids. That part. Everybody's looking for glory. They want to be acknowledged. They want to bask in the sun and say, look at me. Look at me. I don't want that. I want you to think about this for just a second. If history remembers me, history is wrong. I'm just the guy telling you this shit. That's my job. It ain't about me. It's about the message. You would never, ever, ever go looking for the doctor and get mad at the doctor if you have a cancer diagnosis. What you mad at him for? He just told you. I'm gonna beat your ass, doc, for telling me, oh my God, I have cancer. Bitch, it ain't about the messenger, kids. It's always been about the message. And so many people are screwing this shit up. Both inside the guild and outside of it. Far too many of y'all are forgetting that while you over here boxing with somebody who's supposed to be fighting right next to your stupid ass, there's a dragon outside. There is a dragon outside. It is killed and eaten all the people up to this point. You have the ability to fight it, but you too busy worrying about where somebody else unsheathed their sword. And this is why we're screwed right now. This is exactly why America is screwed right now. It's almost as if when Trump was elected president, everybody just simply forgot how to be a goddamn grown adult. I will be happy to read your audiobook. I will be happy. Send me a message, please. Exactly, Star. Rain of Fire type dragons. But you over here worried about this shit. People out here giving out good information, but they got enough time to get drunk, come on TikTok, say a bunch of shit, delete the video the next day, and then apologize for some shit everybody done already downloaded. What part of the game is this, B? What part of the game is this? You like to drink. Stop making videos. I enjoy elevation. When I'm that high up in the air, I'm not trying to make TikTok videos. I'm trying to lay up next to my woman and eat chocolate-covered pretzels, God damn it. This is what the game is about? This what popping in the hood now? This idea that I know hell is on the outside of the damn door. Hell and every demon in it is on the outside of the door. But damn it, you screwed some woman I wanted. You got time for that? You have time for that? You have time for that shit? We have colleges. We have colleges that are bending the knee to this dictatorial piece of shit. But you screwed a woman that ain't wanted. We got time for that, B? We got time for that. Word. Word. We got time for that? We got time for that. Sure. Sure. Let's stop the fight against the shit on the outside of the door to make you feel away. You're very valid, baby. And you shouldn't have screwed that one girl that you were in love with. Over half of the population of the United States is women. There are more women on the face of the earth than probably men. They're single. What you mad about? What you mad about? Maybe your game is ass. Maybe that's it. Did you ever think maybe, just maybe, it ain't got shit to do with him screwing. It has a lot to do with the fact that you have the game of Gilbert. Or Dilbert, excuse me, not Gilbert. Of Peter Griffin. Of Homer Simpson. Homer goddamn Simpson. Maybe that's it. Did it ever occur to you? Step your goddamn game up. Shave. Maybe, I don't know, get really into having 8-pack abs on your kidneys. Try that. And now everybody involved in your messy ass shit. Meanwhile, hey, Joe, get your bitch ass out of here. Whoever Joe bus run, go get him out of here. Get his ass up out of here. Not in the mood, I told you. Today's not the day. It can happen today. It can happen today. Let me help y'all understand something, ladies and gentlemen. Adults do adult shit. They do. I've never wanted to know, nor have I ever asked, because it's not my goddamn business. It ain't. It is not. So when you are a part of an organization that literally talks about authenticity, telling the truth, fighting for those who cannot fight for themselves, in no part of those 3 laws is it, yo, who you banging? None of your goddamn business. None of it. That's not part of the 3 rules, B. The 3 laws ain't got shit in it. There's no 4th law. Thou shalt know where thou penis go. No! I am sick of this, the whole left side of this goddamn nation losing its collective goddamn minds over petty, stupid shit. Let me tell you something. Right now, we have an argument. And that's what it is, an argument about American foreign policy in the Middle East. That's a big argument to be had. There is a path where Jewish students and Palestinian students and protesters and everything can feel validated about what's going on in the Middle East. Every voice can be heard and respected. But are we having that conversation? Nope. You know why? Because we're over here worried about who had it worse. We all had it worse, kids. We're over here going, here's my oppression Olympic medal. Who the hell asked you to pull it out? Petty, stupid shit. If I'm asking you who you're sleeping with, it's for one of two reasons. A, you committed a crime and I need you to get your ass off the streets. Or B, let's say off app, I decide I'm going to hook up with somebody. I just want to make sure it ain't your friend. That used to be a code. Again, maybe I should start talking in parlance of the hood. You used to call it a bro code. Or as white guys, it's bro code, B. It basically comes down to if you hitting, I ain't hitting. If we're friends, we're interested in the same girl. You get to her, I don't. Charge it to the game, B. You don't put it on freaking TikTok. You don't give it to somebody else so they can put it on TikTok. That's some coward bitch shit, and I hate that. I hate it. Because it doesn't get us any closer to fighting what's going on in our nation. Your personal issues with somebody should be just that. Quiet, in the background. You either shoot the fair one, have a good conversation, or stay away from each other. That's it. You either gonna text, talk, or throw these hands. We don't care. Keep it away from social goddamn media. Because once you bring it here, now you're looking for glory. Now you are looking for glory. Now your ass is looking for validation from other people. Hey, please validate me. Please tell me I was right. Oh, so you gonna burn the whole neighborhood to get that one rat out of your house. Whole neighborhood's on fire. That rat is cooked. Your neighbor's house, your next door neighbor's house. Isn't that your sister that lives across the street from you? Her house on fire. Whole neighborhood on fire, but goddamn it, you got that rat. You want validation for what? For what? I don't do any of this shit for validation. I'm crazy. I keep trying to explain this to y'all. I'm out of my rabbit ass mind. If validation was what I was looking for, I would have been a totally different person when I opened this app. Let me show off my muscles. Oh, I bought this off the TikTok shop. Let me put it on. I would have been that person. But I'm not. I'm not. And there's a reason. Because the message is still out there. You got trans people that are being denied their medication. But you want to talk about where somebody else's penis went. Jasmine Crockett called Greg Abbott Governor Hot Wheels. And she has been attacked in some of the most nasty, racist ways possible. Here's the cool thing. There are people in Texas that called him that. White folks, cowboy hat wearing white folks in Texas say the same goddamn thing. But she's out here being called every ghetto, nasty, racial, misogynistic, anti-black woman thing possible. But you want me to stop this, stop fighting what's being said about Jasmine Crockett because you wanted to hook up with somebody and somebody you knew hooked up with them first. Yeah, that's a great waste of my goddamn time. That's a great use of my goddamn time. We still have not had an investigation about why black students, the day after the election of Donald Trump, were getting text messages telling them to report to their local cotton field and shit like that. We ain't had an investigation. SZ, I reset. I will listen. I'll end the show and give all the reset then. We still haven't had an investigation into this shit. Still, I guess those text messages must not happen because it was a bunch of black students talking about them. But let me stop. Hold on. Let me not talk about that. Let me not talk about this issue that is completely anti-racist. Hey, did you sleep with somebody he had a crush on? Yeah. Did you put anything in her drink? No. Did you put a gun to her head? No. How did it happen? She said, yes, we did it. Okay. Why am I dealing with your shit? Far too many people have let social media make them believe that a good old conversation or a fist fight shouldn't be happening. Oh, God, I don't want that. If it's that deep, take your ass in the octagon. Take your ass, listen, go out, find a park, midway, and hammer it. Throw these bowls. Put some of these soup bones on them. If it's that deep. If it ain't that deep, shut up. And this is where the downfall of every organization happens. But I'll be goddamn if I'm going to let it happen at the Villains Guild. I'll be goddamn if I'm going to let it happen. All yesterday, I kept thinking, maybe we should just break this thing up. It's gotten too big. It's too unruly. Maybe we should break it up. And then I talked to Elijah, a.k.a. E, a.k.a. Professor Moriarty, my brother. And he was just like, you're doing too much. Trying to hold all this together. And I said, I am. Because what part of this is the family I chose did you some bitches forget? Let me help y'all understand something. I have 4 siblings. I haven't spoken to 2 of them in almost 5 years. I have not been able to properly mourn the loss of my mother because of what happened right afterwards. The Guild is the family I chose. The Guild is the family I chose. Because I could have swore, and maybe I was wrong, we all came into this for the same reason. We saw how things are in this world, how wrong they are, how celebrated the people that are doing the wrong is, and we wanted to change that. But instead, let's talk about penises. Let's gossip. Let's use filters that make us look like racist caricatures. Let's do that. So I'm sitting there talking to E, and he's telling me, we need a centralized leader. Talked to Gretchen. She said the same thing. We need a centralized leader. So now I'm it. That's where this entire show is going to. From now on, from this day forward, anybody that wants to know, anybody that needs to know, I, Thomas Edward McCormick, a.k.a. Thomas the Villain Bishop, am the leader of the Villains Guild. It is a title I did not ask for. It is something I desperately didn't want. I fought this, fought it, tooth and goddamn nail. Because I did not ever believe I was worth it. I made the mistake of not listening to my mother when she told me exactly what was going to happen after she died. I was arrogant. Nah, Mom, I can hold them together with the power of love. I was my mother's oldest son. I was her second oldest child. I never took the reins of my family. Hey, you got a problem with Linda? Call her. Now. Call her. Hey, you and Lizzie fighting? Call her right now. Let's go. Let's go. I never did that. I just thought love would hold them together. And I was wrong. I was so goddamn wrong, it broke me. So when the formation of this organization began, I didn't want that. I wanted to just ride the wave. I wanted to be a part of. My wife keeps telling me, it has your name. Your name is in it. I'm like, I know. But now I see I have to. This is not an ego for me. This is not a vanity project for me. Hawk, Matt. It was never about my vanity. I told people, do I have an ego? Yes. My ego is as big as this house. You're damn right I do. You're damn right I do. I have a huge ass ego. But do you know what else I have? A nihilistic outset and look at the world. When I tell y'all I don't want to be here no more, I don't want to be here no more. The fights that I'm fighting is because I want to find some goddamn worth in myself to stay here. I think about death all the time. I have become afraid of it. Before my mother passed away, I wasn't. I didn't give a damn about death. I wasn't scared of it at all. And then my mother passed away. And for the first time in my life, actually, I was afraid of death. Afraid of it. I tell you all the time, when I was 17 years old, I started having nightmares. Every night. Every single night. Some of them, mild. Really mild. I had an ex-girlfriend, and it was the entirety of our relationship up until my death. But in the process of that, she kept popping me in the face with a snub-nosed .38 revolver. While Bill Withers' Ain't No Sunshine was playing. Some of them were graphic. Watching my family die and not being able to save them. And then watching from like their point of view as they die looking at me. I had nightmares every time I went to sleep. From 17, which would have been 1989, until 2013 when they gave me some medication for it. I still have them. Don't get me wrong. I still have them, but they're not as bad as they used to be. I used to wake up. I would tell people, don't say shit to me for 5 minutes after I wake up because I have to keep telling myself I'm not asleep anymore. I think I might have gone a little bit crazy. I mean, you would too if you kept seeing yourself, your own demise over and over and over and over and over again from 1989 to 2013. Then my mother passed away. It was like that old blind man in The Dark Knight Rises. Make the climb, as the child did, without the rope. Then the fear will find you again. I operate now off of that. The fear. I've got to fight for every missing and murdered indigenous woman before I die. Because my fear is that I don't, it continues, and nobody does anything about it. Oh, well, that ain't even your community. Do you not understand the fear? Do you not understand the terror in my soul? I got to fight for black women. I got to fight for black women. I got to fight for black women because I know they need somebody to stand up for them, somebody to use their reputation and say, sisters is out here doing for themselves. Give them their flowers. Give them their love because of the fear. The fear of dying and not doing enough. I got to fight for the LGBTQIA+. I have to. I got to fight for it. Because if I don't, something will happen to them, and I didn't do enough. The fear. Fear. Oh, well, that's not your community. Yeah, it is. It's humanity. Humans, people, blood pumping, hearts, people. And it's the fear. The fear. It just sits and it's coiled inside of me. Every day I don't fight to stop pew-pew violence at schools with children is a kid I did not save. Every day. Every day I don't stand up and say, we've got to stop the proliferation of weapons on the streets so that kids can go to school without having to worry about it. It is driven by fear. Because if I don't say something, if I die, it doesn't get done. People think it's for glory? TikTok fame? No. It's for fear. This disgusting thing inside of me. I love my wife with everything in me. I love that woman. Love that woman. Every day I'm afraid I'll lose her. It's that fear. I look at my daughter, the purest soul I have ever known in my life. I'm afraid to leave her in this world as it is right now. Vulnerable. Again, the purest soul I have ever known. And I am afraid to leave her in a world like this. So me, Elijah, Jeffrey, Jennifer, Dominique, and Gilbert created the Guild. We created it. I don't know if the other 5 knew about that fear that I had. I know I've talked about it. I know I did. This is not the first time. We didn't build it as a vanity project. We built it because each one of us knew somebody got to say this shit. Somebody got to say this shit. When Joker or Jeffrey resigned, the first person he brought into the guild stepped up, and that is Nate, a.k.a. General Gambit. That's one of the tenets. If anything happens to me, another will take my place. That's how the guild survived. You think this seat is, oh, well, it's a vanity project for Thomas. None of the founders will ever be replaced. The hell they won't. Because the fight is supposed to continue long after we're gone. That rule was motivated by fear. And yet, everything must be frozen in time because grown-ups can't grow up. Healthcare is on the chopping block thanks to the richest man on the face of the earth. But let's all stop and talk about the sexual proclivities of grown-ass men. When I told people that in this organization, everyone fights for everyone, I meant every goddamn word of it. I also told everyone in this organization that if I ever get into a verbal shouting match with somebody, it doesn't matter who the hell they are, I'm not asking for help. Not. I know they'll come, but I never asked. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Because if the person that is being attacked is talking about the right thing, and you see the person that's being attacked is talking about the right thing, then you are now a part of the pushback when somebody comes for them. So many of you forgot to watch the last 10 to 15 minutes of The Dark Knight. And it shows. Because if you think this is just some little click, maybe you should watch it. Maybe you should watch it and see how this shit's supposed to be done. People need hope. People need hope. Hope to get out of the bed and go to this job that you know for a fact isn't paying you enough to survive, and you're going to work your ass off anyway because you hope it will be better. Hope that there's a child somewhere in class that is non-binary, but they can't tell their parents and they can't tell their teacher because they're afraid. They are afraid because they're hoping somebody fights for them to be themselves. Hope for a migrant worker or an undocumented immigrant in this country right now that is afraid to go to work, but they know they got to. Because it's not just about them, it is about their family. The daughter and the son that are in school, that are going to get good educations because they were born here, they are out here giving up hope that those kids get a chance to stay here to get that. But instead, what are we getting? Bullshit. People taking the name of the Villains Guild as some sort of a stupid-ass way to be a part of a glee club. This shit ain't got nothing to do with a goddamn glee club. We about to work over here. If you ain't about to work, I'm going to need you to move. I'm going to need you to get your ass up out of here. We about to work over here. Because as long as these some bitches are your heroes, somebody better stand their ass up and be a villain. Somebody better stand their ass up and be a villain. And if your personal beef with somebody, whether they're in the guild or outside the guild, is on some petty shit, go! Handle it! But do not distract us from the business. Do not distract us from the work. Because that's all that matters. The fact that grown-ass people can't get that through their goddamn head. I'm about the work. I don't care if I look bad. It gives me a chance to fight for somebody who is afraid right now. Scared. Living with that fear. Looking for somebody to give them hope. If you are a member of the Villains Guild and you haven't watched the last 10 minutes of The Dark Knight, there's going to be some misunderstandings and some furniture moving. It's on YouTube. Find it. Live it. Live it. You are supposed to be the hero the world deserves, but not the one it needs right now. You're supposed to be hated, not because of who you are, but because of the words that you say. And you're supposed to be able to take it. You are supposed to be a silent guardian, a watchful protector, a villain in word and in deed. Not, I'm going to hurt you, not, I'm going to steal on you, not, I'm going to rob you, but the sort of villain that goes into a room of people kissing Donald Trump's ass and tells them out loud, regardless of whether or not they're going to get hit or hurt, yo, he's the worst goddamn president we've ever had in this damn nation's history. That's what the hell are you supposed to be doing? But what are you doing instead? What the hell are you doing instead? Are you using your voice to fight for anybody other than your little petty squabbles? Why are you out here throwing out goddamn information? Are you throwing out any information that will help, I don't know, a goddamn community? You think these right-wingers are going to get it? No. They're Trump-trained idiots. That's what they are. They're Trump-trained idiots. And you mean to tell me, rather than appealing to the highest parts of the person that you are, you rather just wade in the bullshit? Makes sense. Makes sense. Because it's harder to live up to that. It's easier to stay here with your little ego-driven bullshit. It's easier. I know. I've done it. When reality hits me, I have ran from the light. You know, Sinestro is one of my favorite villains because Sinestro took the fear he had inside of him and turned it into power. I should read the Sinestro Corps run comic books. He built an army, a whole ass army of some of the most violent, monstrous pieces of shit in the universe. He gave them yellow rings to instill fear in people. And in the comic book, Kyle Rayner, who's a Green Lantern, gets sucked into this negative universe called Qward. And there he sees this gigantic army of these monsters and shit. All of them wearing yellow rings, power rings. And sitting at the top of it is Sinestro. And he is yelling out to his army. These are the words he said. To instill fear is to instill order. You turn the page, and it's a big-ass picture, and he says, our order. That fear focuses me. When I go after MAGA black folk, that is the fear focusing me to deal with them. The existential threat right now. When you see me go after white racists, that is the fear focusing me to deal with the problem right in front of me. At no point do I think about, hey, wonder who he's screwing. Unless they are an absolute threat, like Troutmouth, Big Head, Tri-State, whatever the hell his name is. Unless they're that way, this ain't got shit to do with who you sleep with, partner. It don't. Because I don't care. You see, I am motivated by that fear. It lives, it's coiled inside of me. Coiled like a snake. And it's there. It's always there. And when I try to build an organization, I was trying to build it with that fear. I was trying. I screwed it up. I did. I will own that. I don't have to, the other founding members, no. I will own that. I will own that. That was me. Oh my goodness. Thomas didn't want to lead, so got this loosey-goosey thing. The problem with loosey-goosey is that people become complacent. That's what got us this orange bastard twice in the first place. Complacency. That's it. Right there. Complacency. What did Christopher Walken say in King of New York when he was confronting the Italians? You all got fat while other people starved in the street. Complacency. It will be the downfall of the guild if it is not fixed. Because complacency breeds laziness. There are bigger fights than your penis. I'm sorry. Argue with your mom. Do you understand how many people are out here hurting? Do you understand how many people are out here literally brokenhearted and afraid in here, in Canada, in the UK, in Australia, in Europe, in Ukraine, in Africa, in Gaza? There are people who are terrified of getting up and walking out of their front goddamn door. They need somebody to tell them, don't worry about it, I got you. Don't worry about it, I got you. They need that. What are we doing? Petty squabbles that could have honestly been handled with either a phone call, a text, or some fist in the face. Nah, not that. Not that. Let's all be involved in messy penis talk. Let's go there. Let's go there. What kind of shit is that? Ladies and gentlemen, I am 53 years old. I do not have time for high school shit. Sorry. Argue with your goddamn mama. Do not argue with me. I don't have time. Is the cure to face-to-face confronting the fear? Yes. Yes. The message should be to combat the fear, to give a person hope. You go to my YouTube channel, you see a video, you watch it, you will see two things. A, I'm either giving out information or taking somebody to task. B, I'm giving your ass hope that you will get through it. It is my way of making sure you know that you ain't in this shit alone. I thought that's what the guild was about. Turns out I was wrong. Turns out I was goddamn wrong. Apparently, it's a club where we gossip and shit. Where's the hope, kids? If you're a member of the Villains Guild, how much hope have you given out today? What are the things that you're passionate about other than screwing? What organizations do you want us to talk about so we can bring them up and fight for them? You got any? Do you have any? If you don't, why are you here? You should come in going, I'm afraid. This community needs help, and I don't know what to do. And then you network amongst the members. They'll find, hey, I got this guy. He can do this for you. Hey, I know this person. Let me make a phone call. I need maximum visibility on this. Say no more, fam. Guild, this is priority right now. Everybody making videos about this one thing. The Villains Guild hashtag right underneath it. Now it's out to the masses. Now everybody knows. Now there's visibility. But no, what are we doing? Gossiping? Getting mad and jealous and shit? That's what's popping in the guild now? Is that what's popping in the guild? Because I don't remember that being part of it. I don't. I don't remember that being a part of it. I should know. I was there at the beginning. So explain to me. Explain to me. Why are we here? At some point, and I don't know when, I genuinely don't know when. At some point, those of us with progressive ideals, those of us with progressive conservative ideals, like I don't like the way the Republican Party is right now, so I kind of caucus with the Democrats and or not the Democrats, with the progressives. We all are going to have to come to a realization. We have a fascist in the White House, and he has no guardrails whatsoever. That means somebody got to stand up to that dude. You know, we tried to tell y'all in 2016, and nobody wanted to listen. Black women kept trying to tell y'all ass over and over, that's bad news over there, buddy. I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go over that. No, I don't give a damn. I wouldn't go there. Did anybody listen? Nope. No. And that goddamn pumpkin menace literally got his stupid ass into the White House. But that time he had guardrails. Couldn't just willy-nilly do a bunch of shit. Couldn't. The Muslim travel ban? Come on, man. That was in the first 3 days. And understand, the C-19 shit, that's all him, B. All him. Did he create it? No. Did he have it fly over? No. It was his mismanagement that cost lives. That was all him, B. It was all him. So we thought voting for Biden to get him out of there was a good thing. Then we watched as our media treated Biden and Trump differently. We watched as social media influencers were getting paid by Russian oligarchs to peddle right-wing bullshit. We watched as that sumbitch lied. And dumb, poor people kept believing. Project 2025 was readily available to anybody who wanted to read it. This idea of, I didn't know, bitch, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Now I sound like Samuel L. Jackson. Yes, you did. You knew it. People were giving you links. People were giving you Google Drives. And in that process, in that 4 years, the Guild was formed. It was formed from people who were fighting these battles against all of these forces outside. What the hell makes you think we would not have done this as a foundation of this organization? What the hell makes you think at any point that, oh, it's a glee club? When this much bullshit is going on, you're damn right we put it into the foundation, the concrete of this goddamn organization. And we looked and expected people outside of it to understand why we did it in the first goddamn place. Because we saw this shit. We saw it. Project 2025 has been out there, yo. And no one listened. So we got louder. We found members from different places who were fighting different fights. And we brought them in. We brought them in. Not because, again, it's a glee club. It's a thing for Thomas's ego. It's because the more people that are saying this shit out loud, the more people get a chance to hear it and question the things that they have been talking about since this shit started. We weren't looking for cool kids. We were looking for strong voices. We weren't looking for people that think this is a vanity project. We were looking for people that were willing to put their goddamn reputation on the line to say the truth in rooms where people are lying to each other. That's what I thought we were supposed to be doing. Double O, get your ass up out of here. If my fingernails bother you, bye. We were supposed to be sitting here linking up with other people, other groups. Hey, are you involved in helping the homeless? Villains Guild's right there. Hey, are you involved in helping women's reproductive rights? The Villains Guild's right there. That's where you were supposed to be using the name. That. You find somebody that literally is fighting or an organization that is fighting, then you come in as a member of the Villains Guild. We are now partnered with blah, blah, blah. They combat this. We were supposed to be going on lives and on interviews and shows and shit. Yes, I represent the Villains Guild. What is the Villains Guild? This is what we stand for. This is one of the things that the reasons I am here is because we have a large population of homeless people that live underneath the bridge. We are trying to do our damnedest to get something organized where we can buy some land, get some tiny homes, and put these homeless people in these tiny homes. That's where the guild was supposed to be. Nah. Now it's, you're sleeping with somebody I had a crush on. Well, you wanted somebody I want. What the hell kind of shit is that? We're talking about grown-ass men that could have handled it. Hey, meet me here. Bet. Put your phone down. Shoot. Listen. Throw these. And then when it's over, whoever the hell won, the other one says, I ain't gonna say nothing else, dog. That's how it used to happen. What do I know? I'm sorry. I grew up in the goddamn 80s. I had a fight with a dude and then I broke his arm. He busted me in the goddamn mouth with the cast. That's how you supposed to handle it. Whoop, hold on. Damn it. All right. Sorry about that. TikTok, apologize. You're supposed to respect the game. Hey, man, you over here sleeping with somebody I got a crush on. Well, dog, what you going to do about it? Well, I tell you what. Let's meet so-and-so, and we're gonna hash this out. You know what I mean? All right, bet. Does anybody else in the guild need to know? Nope. Shoot. Pop, 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 pop. All right. I'm going to be with her. All right? Yeah, I'm all right. Cool. Then you go on. Oh, my God. Now you're back in the ocean with a whole lot more fish in the goddamn sea. One love. You can kiss my boyfriend's ass. Get up out of here. Bye. Bye. Ejectocito, cuz. I told y'all I'm not in the mood today. I'm not in the goddamn mood. I'm not. This is Truthful Thursday, and I'm telling the truth about myself, the organization I belong in, the people that in that organization, and the petty bullshit that I have been seeing for months. Months. This is some bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Straight up unmitigated horse shit. Big Rick Strom is in the building. Rick Strom is in the building. My brother and my friend. If you are not following Rick Strom over on TYT Sports on YouTube, I don't know what you were doing. If you think it's just about sports, let me tell you something. Rick is on that bullshit. Rick will tell you the truth. You might not like it, but he'll tell it to you. Love you, brother. Be safe, man. This is my problem. I should be out here talking about the cuts to veterans benefits as a veteran. Nope. Grown men doing grown men shit and then getting mad at each other. I should be out here talking about how those cuts are hurting people in different communities, rural and urban. Nope. I'm talking about the fact that women are coming out of the woodwork saying that a man is doing something, and I'm asking for names so I can get an interview and nobody wants to give up no name. That's what I'm talking about right now. Why? Who the hell knows? So the mission's completely messed up now. Now there has to be some accountability. Now some shit has to be fixed. Foundation ain't moved. Foundation is not moved. But now we got to start cutting and trimming and turning this shit into what it's supposed to be. A well-oiled goddamn machine. I have been toying around the word brutalist. Yes, the movie did have a part in that. Because it just sounds so, I won't even say powerful, but final. The brutalist. Then I go and I look at it. It's based on brutalist architecture, which eschews that modern day frilly thing for stark looks and feels. I'm reading it. This is from Wikipedia. Brutalist architecture is an architectural style that emerged during the 1950s in the United Kingdom among the reconstruction projects in the post-war era. Brutalist buildings are characterized by minimalist construction that showcase the bare building materials and structural elements over decorative design. The style commonly makes use of exposed, unpainted concrete or brick, angular geometric shapes, and a predominantly monochrome color palette. Other materials such as steel, timber, and glass are also featured. Brutalist architecture. Bare bones. Unvarnished, unpainted. Brutalist. And I have been toying that word around in my head for several weeks, to be honest with you. Several weeks. At the end of the day, that is what I aspire to be. You ain't got to like Thomas. I don't expect you to. I genuinely don't. I'm going to piss off somebody. I get it. Part of the job. Part of the job. I'm going to piss somebody off. I'm going to put out some information. I'm going to put out something that's going to make you mad as shit. I understand. It's part of the job. I don't mind being hated. I genuinely don't. I genuinely do not. Hell you gonna say that my little sister hasn't already said, bro? Dude, what else are you possibly gonna say that's gonna equal the shit that I heard from my own goddamn sister, B? Come on, man. I'm okay with that. And the reason I'm okay with it is because of this. The brutalist part of it. Yeah, that one. Yeah. The fight is still out there. There's a woman in the chats over in TikTok called Travel Down a Rabbit Hole. Down a rabbit hole. She's talking about a special election going on, I think it's in Texas. Yeah. There's the brutalist aspect of it. Where you stick your penis at ain't gonna, or it's not gonna equal to that. It's not. Sorry. Don't care. Where you stick your penis at is not going to equal what the hell we need to have done right now. A brutalist outlook. The idea that the fights that need to be had need to be had now. Right now. Don't wait for it to come to your goddamn doorstep. You fight it where it stands. A brutalist mentality. If your vanity is too big for that fight, leave. You can politely walk away. No one will say a goddamn thing to you. You are welcome to leave. But as of March 27th, 2025. I am the leader of the Villains Guild. I think I will stop calling myself Thomas the Villain. I might not, I don't know. But I will become the Brutalist. This is not glory to me. This is me taking the reins and directing us to where the hell we need to be. That is the job of the Brutalist. To remind you that if you stand under the banner of VG, you have more work to do than your petty, stupid shit. If you cannot handle that, walk now. No one will look down on you. But if you stay, if being under the banner of VG is so important to you, then goddamn it, you're going to work. If you have a passion project, it should be known by every member. Every member should know every other member. A lot of y'all don't even know who Sour Latte is. Sour Latte is a founder, a goddamn founder. She's been having health issues for years. Nobody bothers to say, hey, anybody checked on Sour Latte today? What Jay said, or JB the Griot, founding member. She's an accomplished writer. And by the way, kids, those are two black women. The foundation of this goddamn organization was with two black women. You gonna get on your shit if you stay here. And I will not accept anything less than that. If I hear one more goddamn person outside of the Villains Guild come to me with some gossipy shit that they got from the member, I will kick you out myself. I will kick you out my goddamn self. If you stay, you are about the work. You are about the goddamn work. There are far too many marginalized communities that need a voice, and we are too goddamn big not to have one for them. If you are looking for glory, get out. If you are looking for a look at me group, get out. If you stay here, you gon' work. Every week, I want to hear somebody say, hey, here's an organization that really needs our help. Here's their info. And I want to see videos from every goddamn member. Everyone. If you got a Facebook, I better see some posts about it. We are going back to the brutalist nature of what this organization was supposed to be. Your personal life is yours. I bet not hear about it. I bet not hear about it. Unless there is absolute harm. In which case, police, then us. But we are going back to the brutalist nature of this goddamn organization. When I said there are 3 laws, they are laws. Being authentic, not a caricature of what you think you are, your goddamn self. Telling the truth about what's going on, the truth about why you are in this fight, telling the truth to people who challenge that by using your voice. fighting for those who cannot fight for themselves. That is bedrock. That is concrete. That is foundational. Gossip is not. Petty squabbles over coochie, it is not. Every member, every goddamn member will come up with a passion that helps people, and they will bring it out to us. Your passions become my passions. My passions become your passions. Y'all will start doing community service. This is not a request. If you have to make time, you could do it online. I don't care. But you will do community service. So will I. There's food pantries in Dublin. There's a group that helps with men becoming better men in Dublin. I will start doing the same. This is not a I say you do, I do nothing. This is called lead by example. From now on, any new member, they better have a passion about something. MMIW, mistreatment of children, people with disabilities, veterans, whatever. They will have a passion. It will be known to everyone in the Villains Guild. You will connect with people who share that same passion. You will use your combined voice to bring attention to it. We're going back to brutalism in this goddamn organization. Now. Because I'm going to tell you something, and I mean this sincerely. I lost a family because I didn't keep my eye on the ball. I didn't read the room, and I was arrogant. Mom, I can love them with the power of love. So when it did happen, it broke me. I love my big sister more than she will ever understand. My brother Rocky, a.k.a. the Saint, a.k.a. Darkness, a.k.a. Rico to me, is the greatest man I have ever known. I have a wife who I love dearly. I have children. I've got 8 kids, 4 hers, 4 is mine. I love them, all of them. I would do anything in the world for them. And I have great grandkids, like little grandkids, not great grandkids, but grandkids, who I love dearly. That's what I fight for. That's my family. And so is the Guild. The Guild is my family. The Guild is my family. But right now, my family needs a wake-up call. My family needs to understand why you are here. You know, one of the first investors in GCPR was my mother. And she didn't even know it because it happened after she passed away. My sister bought my mother one of the most beautiful headstones I've ever seen. It's got pictures of horses. They got her pictures. Beautiful. Black marble. Love it. My mother paid for it. My sister was just the one that actually put the money in. From there was a little bit of money left over, and she split it between the 5 of us. My 2 little sisters, who we no longer speak to, sent it back. My sister sent me and my brother that extra money. That extra money is what I bought the first LLC with. And everything that has happened afterwards came from that. I run a radio station. I have several shows on that radio station. We have a thriving YouTube channel that I am trying to grow. I don't have time for your petty ass shit. If two grown men are trying to sleep with the same goddamn women over and over, and one of them gets jealous, I ain't got time for it. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Move better. If your personal life is one of them things you can't handle, maybe you shouldn't be in the VG. Serious. Sorry, don't care. I said what I said. Maybe this ain't the place for you. If you come here to get some level of glory, this ain't the place for you, B. You might want to leave. And I'm telling you right now, we're going back to the foundations. Unvarnished, unpainted, raw. And I'll be damned if I have to do this again. From this point forward, either fix your shit, because if it gets up to me and the founders of this organization, you're dead. I'm not dead, but you're done. You're out. Period. Go. Goodbye. We don't want shit to do with you. Fix your shit. Fix your shit. We have work to do. We got a world, a whole planet that is scared, afraid. They don't know where to turn. Then you got us, whose whole job is to help them. From Minneapolis to Mumbai, bitch. From Pomona to Panama. That's our job now. We ain't got time for your other shit. So clean it up before I see it. There are 6 founding members of the Villains Guild. Know them, learn about them, reach out to them, talk to them, understand why we are here. We have officers of the guild. Whatever your title, do it. If you are in the guild and you have conflict with another person in the guild, Tiger Bomb, Dave the Viking, and there will be a third person, are conflict resolution. Go to one of them, tell them what the story is. Then they will get you and the person together. You will sit down, hash it out or not. But what those 3 people say goes. We will have good order and discipline in this goddamn organization. And we will stop pretending like we don't know what it is we're supposed to be doing. If you ever forget, ask another member or ask me, and I will remind you of this. This is what the brutalist does. This is brutalist villainy. Meat and bones. And some of y'all need to learn. I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. Thank you, E. Thank you. And if you are outside the guild, grow up. Grow up. Messy talk shouldn't even exist. Messy YouTube shouldn't even exist. Messy Facebook or messy Instagram shouldn't exist. We got way too much goddamn shit to do. Way too much. Way too much. While you thinking about penis, Penny, who's 89 years old and has been living off of her Social Security, is about to lose it. Who's speaking for Penny? While you're wondering who's sleeping with who, I'm worried about the homeless people sleeping under the goddamn bridge. If you're outside of the Villains Guild, grow up. Grow up. We got work to do. Way too much, if you ask me. Way too much. Nobody has time for this. No one. Get on your shit. You need to be practicing brutalism your goddamn self. Streamline. Cut the fat. Get it out the way so that the message is still the goddamn message. The messenger does not mean shit. Zara, I sound as bad as Trump. Trump your ass up out the building then. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. It's the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen in my goddamn life. I ain't never seen no shit like this before. Never. We out here playing games and shit while the world burns. While the world burns, we out here wondering who's sleeping with who. I'm not going to do it no more. I'm not going to do it no more. In case you needed this to be said out loud, when you watch one of my videos, whether I'm trying to make you laugh or pissing you off or stitching and duetting some stupid shit, I'm giving you two things. Information and hope. So that it never has to be said again. So that it never has to be said again. Information, hope. I am combating stupidity every time I open my mouth in front of a camera. I am putting a standard to what it is we are supposed to be doing. And I'm not asking, I am demanding you hit that standard. Not mine, the standard is the three rules, the three laws. If you ain't doing that, if you ain't about that work, I'm going to need you to leave. Inside the guild, I'm going to need you to leave. Outside the guild, I'm going to need you to leave me alone. There's my standard. That's it. It's as simple as that. Any new member that comes into this organization, you better have a passion about something. You better have a passion about something. And I don't mean, oh, wow, I fight for the whatever community because this, that, and the third. No, you better come in with a fight that needs to be had, and you better have information for it because you will not get in. No more is this a goddamn glee club. We about to work now. Bare bones. No compromise. Intelligence. Leaning on each member. Ginge is a wellspring of knowledge. You want to talk about something and you don't know it? Ask Ginge. Gretchen is our secretary. She better have your damn email address. Ben is our media person. He stands in front of a camera. This is what the Villains Guild is interested in right now. Big Joe is disciplined. He's the one that goes, why are you gossiping? Taz J is the villain at arms. If she comes to you and tells you what you're doing or what you did is ridiculous, it shows poorly upon the organization, take it down, shut up, and keep it moving. Rabbi Hannah is our spiritual person. If you got some shit you got to get off your chest and you want to talk to her. You will know the founders. You will know what the founders stand for. Brutalism, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not doing the goofy shit anymore. I'm not playing these games. I'm requesting, or I'm asking as nicely as possible, if you hear something about somebody, please do not bring it to me. Unless you're telling me, you can say, hey, there's a problem with this dude. I'm going directly to the dude or the woman or whatever. But it is time for us to grow up. We have been playing really, really fast and loose and nice while America burns. I'm not doing it anymore. I am the leader of the Villains Guild. I am the brutalist. And from this point forward, this is the work we're going to be about. And outside of this, if you are in messy talk or gossip talk or who's screwing who talk, grow up. There's far too many fights for us to be having without stopping to assuage the feelings of somebody in gossip talk. It's time for us to grow up. I want to thank y'all for this morning. I genuinely did not know how I was going to talk about all of this, but watching you guys and reading your comments and stuff has helped me. So thank you. Patreon.com/Thomas the Villain Bishop if you want to help. Glitterwix, go to glitterwix.com. Smooth California, smoothca.online. Melanated Excellence, melexcellence.com. Something Black Made, somethingblackmade.com. Sound of Coffee Shop is up and running. DJ, as soon as I get that, as soon as I get that, believe me, I'm gonna load you down with gear. Believe me, I'm going to. I will pin them on. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to revamp my entire TikTok page so it looks different. Superplex Party tonight. Superplex Party tonight. We will be preceded by the Kennedy Effect tonight, being hosted by Cole Goodman. We will be followed by Conversations with T. Nathan, Ghost Claw Productions Radio, where every voice matters. What do we say every day, kids? May your day be as sweet as the coffee in your cup. This is going to be a long 4 years. People are going to get hurt. People are going to lose hope, and some might lose their lives. Right now, we don't need politics, business, or life as usual. We need somebody that's going to fight. Oh, I forgot. Peak Trans tonight at 5 p.m. on Ghost Claw Productions Radio. We need somebody that is willing to fight. I gave my life to the United States Army until my body and mind can no longer handle it. I am giving my life to this. I am giving my lifeblood to this. I am not asking anybody to follow me into this fight. But what I am asking is this. If you plan on getting in it, you in it. You're not here for selfies. You're not here for glory. You're here for the goddamn truth. If you're going to follow me in this, that's what I expect. That is now the standard of the organization known as the Villains Guild. So says the Brutalist. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank all of you so very much for watching and listening and being here. You have no idea how great I feel every morning when I get a chance to talk to you. You guys make this show. I'm just some guy talking. Tomorrow is Flag on the Play Friday. It is also the last Friday, or the last Friday in the month of March, which means we will be doing our one-of-a-kind giveaway for a Flag on the Play tumbler, courtesy of Crazy Things. This time, I will not be the person checking the numbers. It will be Angry, Chaos, and Jess. And over on YouTube, if I can get Gretchen to do it, it'll be 4 people that will be checking the numbers. The one that either hits the number or is closest to the final flag, which will always be the delay of game flag. The one who's closest will get the tumbler. If there's 2 people closer, or 2 people give the same number and they're close, we're giving away 2 tumblers, kids. So, ladies and gentlemen, Flag on the Play Friday tomorrow. My name is Thomas Bishop. I am known as the villain. I am the leader of the Villains Guild. I am known as the Brutalist. I love you. Be safe. Have an incredible, awesome, enlightening, hopeful day. Love, peace, and hair grease.